Start video. Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Good. I am trying to. I was trying to prep for this, and then everything seemed to come up, and so I'm like, wait, what clubs do I follow? Who do I need to shout out?
I love all your post-it notes. That's awesome.
Thank you. I was writing stuff on them, and I'm like, oh, nobody can see that, so I think I need to just go back to plain ones or something.
Okay, let's get started. Now, what is your Clubhouse handle? Is it at Social Jargon?
Yep.
Okay.
With the typo.
With the typo. Awesome. Now, how do you help clients?
So what I do is I show people how to use social media as an investment rather than a cost. And so what that means is, how do we monetize your social media? How do we monetize your online presence so that way you have more time and more money, right? I think that's where bottleneck people get stuck with. And so that's essentially what I do is I strategize and I show people this is where your time should be. This is where I can come in and solve that so that you can be doing the things that you want. So
Excellent.
that's what I do.
Excellent.
Yeah, and so I also help with content creation. So if they don't have a creative team, that's what I can do. I can act as a fractional chief marketing officer. So if they're looking for somebody to be that central hub for their ads, for their content, for photography, for just their social media, their website, all of those things, I can act as that for them. So that way, you know, your executive directors, your COOs, your CEOs, your HR person isn't, your office manager isn't bombarded with all of these additional tasks, and it helps prevent burnout.
Wow. I also write for a podcast magazine with Steve Osher. I don't know if you know him, but he is looking for someone to help take over the sales and marketing for the magazine so he can be freed up to do other things. Do you do that type of things as well?
I'd like to talk to him more about what that is, and if I don't do it, I can totally help him find somebody that would be the best fit.
Okay,
So
I'll send you.
I'd love to talk to him. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, how much time do you spend on Clubhouse?
So a lot. So last week I was on Clubhouse for 63 hours is what I clocked. So yeah. So the thing is I started out Clubhouse, I joined January 29th, and I was popping into rooms and figuring it out. And I feel so blessed because I happened to stumble into some really great rooms that were being moderated by amazing professionals. Like, I went in, it was positive, it was organized, it was structured. And then because I hear all the horror stories of people are like, I got into Clubhouse and I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what this is about, what's happening. And so very early on, I surrounded myself and followed people that serve so much and bring so much value. Like, we hear that all the time on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Serve, value, but they really, really do. I'm working on different adjectives for those words because we need something different than that all the time. But yeah, so Monday through Friday, I actually have 2 rooms that I attend regularly. One of them is Intimate Mornings with Corrine Mills. She is the head mod and the originator of that space, and for me it's at 7:30 in the morning, and it lasts for 2 hours, but it's a great way to start the day. It's a safe space. It is encouraging. It is uplifting. It is just an incredible panel of people, and I love the story behind it. Corrine started the room regularly because and the title came from, when she first came to the United States, she was very intimidated by people who knew English, right? And she wasn't very fluent in it. She didn't know how to speak it very well. So she decided that she was going to get intimate with these people instead. She was going to and their story, and that really helped change her mindset. And it's just a beautiful room and a beautiful space. So it helps me get in a positive mindset and start the day. The second room I attend is Joseph Ortega's pitch room, and it is so. It's been compared to Shark Tank, which I think is true, but also not completely fair to what people are doing in that room. As they are, I mean, Joe has gifted this complimentary document to help people understand how to craft a pitch. And I'm like, this is amazing. Also, a huge panel of influential people. Yes, a ton of investors, but then also a bunch of people who are just looking to help or to learn or wanting to know what's in the industry. And so it's just, and deals are being made, right? Joe's whole goal for this was to create a space for people to actually get real opportunities, real connections, and he's doing that. And so those are the rooms that I'm in daily, for sure. And then popping in and out of other ones, just because, of course, my client work is prioritized. That's my business. I want that follow through. I want them to know that I take care of them, and so they're prioritized. But when I have any kind of free moment, I'm also bouncing around into other rooms and doing some, even just popping into something that's entertaining or seeing what people are talking about. So that's kind of where I'm at on Clubhouse.
Awesome. Now, is there a piece of advice that you've appreciated from one of those rooms that you mentioned that has helped you in your business?
Yes. So Brandonpierre, branding by Brandon. He is just he's an artist with his words. He can provide what would take me like the whole length of this interview. What would he can take it and he can shorten that down into 2 or 3 sentences. And he explains it to people and he helps people, and he also doesn't say, hey, go do this, but he also explains why. So in my space, he is saying a lot of things that I already know, but he articulates it so well. Not only is it something that he'll drop a piece of knowledge that I might have not known, or I did know, but it was buried in the back of my brain. But the way he delivers it is something that I aspire to do myself. Joseph Ortega, again, his rooms, he's always talking about positioning and how to position yourself on Clubhouse. That's how we met, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How do you position yourself on Clubhouse? How do you stand out? Because there are a ton of people out there just in my industry that they're social media marketers as well. So taking what he's sharing, listening to the master classes that he hosts that are complimentary. He's helping people do this. Those are important takeaways. Of course, Brie Donofrio, the highest paid Clubhouse moderator and the queen of Clubhouse. She just has so much fun, and her energy, and the thing is she's able to walk that line of being entertaining but also professional, and so I love her. And then Rachel Green has become a great friend, but she's just so smart, and she delivers. And all the common theme with these people, there's also Stephen and Julie and Avi in the virtual entertainment and experiences, virtual events and experiences club. There's so many people that they are serving, right? They are helping people, and they are that's who I want to surround myself by. That's who I want to be known as I associate with these people. Even, Credit Ninja, her story is incredible. It's just, there's so many people that I know I'm not shouting out. Katya, Paulina Groman, there's a whole list of people that have become not only partners or collaborators or friends, but also it's just, we learn from each other and we talk, and it's just an incredible experience is what I'm trying to get at.
Excellent, excellent. We are at the 10-minute mark, but may I have your permission to ask just two more questions? Because I like to
Yes, sorry, I
be
tend to
cognizant of people's time.
talk. Well, no, I'm fine. I just tend
Okay.
to talk a lot.
No, that's great.
Need to learn from Brandon.
I'm definitely going to check out his room. How have you generated leads for your business by using Clubhouse?
All comes back to value. All comes back to serving. You know, and I tell people, we got the room that you and I met in and that we were listening to that day. I tell people, it's all the same. But really, what it is it's read the room, is what I would tell people. Read the room, go in. If they're talking about personal issues and family and growth and that kind of thing, when you're pulled up on stage, don't go into your pitch. Don't start saying, hey, I sent you a DM, go check your messages because I have something that I think is going to help you as a moderator, because we're up on stage going, what what just happened? It's kind of like a weird, awkward moment.
Yeah.
I think what people need to understand is Clubhouse isn't like traditional media. It's not even like traditional social media, which is why I'm obsessed with it, because it's doing what social media was supposed to do, or what it did do before all the companies came on and went, hey, I can make money on here, which can make money on Clubhouse. But it's really reading the room. It's providing, like, this is how I networked my way on stage in Clubhouse. And I actually am in the process of doing a master class I'm super excited about. And so what it is what I did is I found these people that I now call my friends, and I knew that I wanted their attention. So I used my own personal skills and what was reflected of me, which happens to be social media, to get their attention. And so that's essentially how I was like, hey, I want to be part of your squad, right? But I did it. But the thing is if you're not a social media wizard, if that's not your thing, you need to be able to do it that's authentically to you, because people are going to see right through that. Mm-hmm. DMs are flooded, and so to stand out, you have to be creative, you have to do the hustle, but you also have to do it to where it's authentic to yourself. Because if you're not, you're just going to end up, one, disappointing people or missing opportunities, or you're not reaching the right people. Yeah. By being fake or trying to be somebody else, or maybe it is you, but not, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So did you, when you said you networked your way up, did you do a piece of social media for them so they could see what you are capable of doing?
Yeah. So basically what I did, and I've seen it kind of starting to trend on Clubhouse because I follow all these people, and I've been used as an example for how I made friends with these people and got to learn about them more and got their attention, was I would go into these rooms, right? And I would follow these people because I'm like, no, these people bring value. This is what people do. This is it. And, how do I work with them? Do they need social media? Some do, some don't. But I would do a screen capture of the room. I would go onto Instagram, load it into my stories, and tag every single one of them. I did that for 2 to 3 weeks. And but the thing is that I showed up consistently, and I let them know that I was there. And because I was doing it, and because the app is so new, there was a lot of that having it, and a lot of people doing that yet. And what I learned very early on in my own professional career, I started teaching social media classes, and I still do that today. I do consulting and group coaching and things like that. I'm working on launching a course that's going to help people as well. But I learned a long time ago, I'm like, if they're creating the content, all I have to do is share it. And then I don't have to create content. So my strategy was, let me give them content that they can use, that they can show, because a peer-to-peer review or an outside testimonial is always going to be more powerful and impactful on social media than somebody going in and be like, hey, I'm awesome. Check out my ads, check out who I am. Like, and so I know that there's value in that. And so that's what I did, but I did it consistently. Like I showed up every time they started that room. And that's the difference. Like if you just do a one-off, it's going to be like, oh, cool, I got this. But being repetitive in that is when people start to pay attention to who you are.
Being intentional. I like that.
Yes.
Now, you said that you're going to be starting a master class. What is that going to be about, and how can people learn about it?
So one of the master classes that I'm into, so I'm one of those people that's in a million different projects. But the master class that I'm going to be doing is actually in partnership with Katia Palmito. I'm totally butchering her name, but we are connected on Instagram and on Clubhouse. She's a gorgeous woman with a yellow background. What we're doing is we're helping people to leave their corporate 9-to-5 and pursue their passion and their dream with their own business. And how we're doing that is we are setting them up for success through taking them, being able to take them through that journey, making them ready for that, and then bringing in the tactics and strategies that we know for marketing so that they can do this at low budget.
Wow, that's going to be fire. That's a lot of people. Absolutely. Wow.
So yeah, we're excited to be helping some people. It'll be that one will be an 8-week session. We're looking for an intimate setting. I hate it when people are vague, so I explain why we are vague. Because we are limiting it to people, because we want to cater it to the attendees. Mm-hmm. We want them to be able to have, take action. We want them to leave with objectives of what they need to accomplish in order to get this started. We want them to achieve their goal. And when it's too big and you have an agenda, I feel like it's really hard, at least for me, it's really hard to cater and customize or tailor that content or that program for these people. So that's our goal is, if you are a service-based business that's wanting to get started, that's where we're at, is we want to be able to help you despite the industry. Maybe you're having problems with Instagram. Maybe you're needing a support system. Maybe you don't even know where to start, or you have an idea, and that's what we're working towards and what we're helping people. And then the other one is the networking your way to to the Clubhouse stage. Mm-hmm. And so I want to talk to people a little bit more about how do you do that? How do you see somebody? How do you get their attention? And so that's what I'm going to be doing, is explaining how that works and why it works.
Love it. Now, where can people find you online? I know you're on Clubhouse, but where else can they find you?
So people can find me everywhere as a social media person, marketer, strategist, content creator, all the things. I am everywhere. So actually, I don't know if you want me to say this in the recording or I can send you the link, but it is.
Please say it in the recording. Yeah.
Okay, so it's www.socialjargon.com/connect. So that's the hub where you can find all of my things. Now again, typo. So it's socialjargn.com/connect. But you can also find me on most, like really freaking all of the social media platforms as at Social Jargon. So that's where people can find me and connect and learn more. Yeah, and keep an eye on that. But right now, because of Clubhouse, Instagram is probably the easiest way to get an immediate response from me.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that's how we connected. Just want to say thank you so much, Ashley. And I will get you the contact information for Steve because he is looking for a good person.
Fantastic. Awesome. And let me know how I can support you. I know I'm behind on my follows and my comments and stuff. So I have to I have to go back through and find everybody. So, but thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.